Hello, how are you doing? So, as I announced on Facebook, today I am playing Leela again, but this time not on my own computer, but with my friend Benjamin's computer, which has a lot more power. Just to let you know, in case you're curious, his computer has Intel i5 2400 processor, 3.1 GHz Radeon HD 6870 graphics card, if that means anything to you. So the basic idea is that he will use his own computer, which has a lot more power, and he's going to play on Pandanet with me. So we just started the game, and I got black. We chose the color randomly. And as you can see that I am a lot more serious with this opening because I know it's going to be a lot stronger. And he specifically told me that in his computer, he could see that Leela was searching 10 times more than when it was playing on my computer. So I imagine it's going to be quite different. So some things about the last game. I had so much trouble with the video recording. I didn't expect Leela to take up so much CPU. And then turned out when I recorded, the video had a lot of problems. I fixed as much as I could, but it still had a lot of video problem. I hope this game is better, since it should be the same as the normal internet game, right? So let me now think about the game. So far it's just very common Joseki, and usually I would jump over here almost right away. But I saw AlphaGo come out and cut here. And that's kind of, you know, strange because we were told that that is a bad idea. But since AlphaGo played that, I think many pros are also trying it out. And I'm kind of scared to do this because I think Leela might play there as well. I could actually just extend here, and that would be about the same, I believe. Most likely white would hane, and then I can do the bamboo joint. But on the other hand, I am very curious if Leela would play like AlphaGo. So maybe actually let me jump here, even though I'm a little scared about this move. I wanted to see if Leela plays that as well. But it didn't, so let me connect. It became the same. Well, one question answered. And let me come out here. So this is one of the basic Josekis that you see quite often. And this is also Joseki sequence, which is a lot more complicated than this tiger mouse. This Joseki has a long sequence, but once you understand the rationale behind it, it's not too difficult. One problem though is that the result of what? I'm sorry, so the result of making a mistake can be very bad. So that's one downside of this Joseki. And Usually white attaries here, but Leela played here. And as you would expect, I don't remember this sequence because no one played this, since the book says you shouldn't answer this way. I believe there was a time when I understood why this move was bad. But it's been a while. I don't think I can actually cut here. So I assume I need to push and jump, or twice and jump, or just jump. Obviously, I don't want to keep pushing too many times. That will be bad. Eventually, I want to jump out. I don't want to jump out too early because that would make the white's corner alive without needing to play one more move. So that means one more push. And then maybe jump. Yeah, I think that seems alright. Oh, wait. No, actually, maybe I need to push once more. Because if I jump, white can push here and throw in again. I will need to take this one, and once white exchanges that, the corner is already alive. So, although I don't really like keep pushing from behind, but it seems like that's necessary. Now I'm free to jump. So let's do that. I can't quite decide if I really like this so far, because white's coming out here is limiting my potential in this area. The bright side is that white will need to play in the corner to live. I can get sente. Maybe come around the center. Attack this white as much as I can. It's not clear how much I would be able to get though, because white has quite a few stones in the center and it will be kind of difficult to attack. So I'm a little puzzled. Did I make a mistake when white came here? Am I supposed to cut? Maybe I should have cut. I don't know. It's a little scary, especially when your ladder is not good. I mean, when there is this cut, I can't really capture these two stones by turning here because the ladder is good for white. Personally, I don't agree with these white's exchanges, both of them, the push and hane. I mean, once you pushed, you kind of have to hane. So maybe let's say just a push. Not sure if that was a good choice, because without these exchanges, white could also kind of attach here and see what more white can get. But after all these exchanges, these blacks are solid. And here I could capture the corner, but when white comes around here, that wouldn't be very good for me. So I would say this is kind of sente. And I'm not very happy. Hmm. Okay, maybe I'll answer. White has really good shape in the center. It's not very likely that white will have too big of territory since it's very open and I'm safe in both sides. So I'll be free to reduce. But on the other hand, this white's group is like definitely limiting the black's potential. So basically I have some territory here and here, but they are not very likely to grow any further. And that can't be good. Here I wonder if I can push to the center. I don't see why not. Can white do something? No, not very likely, especially since this corner is not alive yet. So let me push. Is that good exchange? Yeah, okay, yeah. It seems like a good exchange. I could just answer by pushing the other side, but then this exchange seems to be good for white. So almost for the first time, Leela is taking some time. Oh, and then about the setting of this game, it's basically the same as the last one, or the default settings. So white didn't do anything crazy. I managed to have this exchange, and I think that's good for me. So I'm happy. Wow, why took that instead of this? Interesting. Hmm. So I must admit that although rationally I am thinking the corner is probably the largest place to go now, but I'm kind of scared too with this white potential area. So maybe I'll just go about here. And take the upper side. Eventually white will need to come back to the corner, and I would like to reduce the center. When I play around here, I'll be able to reduce whites at the same time as developing my upper side. Wow. Um, well, that seems like a good move. And I will need to exchange this kick. It would be nice if I could attack this stone from the outside, but then white will have such an easy time living on the upper side, exchanging this knight's move and jumping. So I exchange that to protect my territory over here. And while white is jumping out, white is kind of securing this area. But on the other hand, I'm reducing this potential on this side. So that makes me think, do I want to push or jump? My intuition says it's better to jump. I couldn't really tenuki here because white's pushing here would be such a good move. So maybe I'll do that. And I'm curious to see what white would do at this point. White could tenuki this area or continue. So at this point, this push is not as good. And another thing is that there is a little bit of weakness around here with white shape. So I'm going to jump in here. And no, is that a good idea? I am very tempted to jump in here, to tell you the truth. A little worried about white's getting too big. But on the other hand, I'm not sure if this is the largest place, whether this reducing this white center is even bigger than capturing the corner. But since there is this white's weakness, maybe it's worth trying. Because this move would do more than just reducing white's territory. Another thing is that if somehow I manage to get in further, I could look at this white's weakness around here. So that would be helpful too. And since white tenuked, I'm going to pip here. This is just an exchange before connecting to this side. If I just jump out, I was concerned that white might peep here and try to cut me underneath. So my plan is to connect. Should I do the diagonal move or one space jump? I think they're both good. Maybe one space jump. about the same, but this move seems somewhat safer. So with that, it will be quite tricky for white to block this side. Mm, maybe I'll exchange this one. I don't know why, but I'm very scared of being cut off. So, I could just come out, but then there was this wedge, which doesn't really work, but it's just a kind of aji that I need to worry about. And I didn't want to worry about that. So that's why I exchanged this. If white harness here, then my hane here would be very strong. So I believe white kind of needs to extend here, and then I can come out. So I do that. And with that, I kind of reduced white's area in Sente. I'm very happy with it. And I could answer around here, but I'm not sure if that's quite big enough. I'm actually thinking I'll do this. To reduce this area. And once this stone is alive, it will be also limiting these whites. So I think it's good. Oh, I don't know if you see it. Okay, I was having some trouble with the video. Sorry. So this video thing is just so complicated. That's why I always ask if it's working, because you would expect that if it worked this time, it would work the same way next time. But somehow that's just not the case with my video recording. And thanks to all these problems I have, I'm learning a lot of features on Premiere. But still, it's not easy. So anyway, you probably don't see it, but Benjamin said on the chatting that he doesn't think Leela knows about this corner. But we will see. Maybe it knows, but it's not doing it because it's not as big. Actually, now we are getting to the point where this corner would be the largest on the board. So we will see if Leela comes back here. Oh, and one note about this move over here. This move is usually considered bad, but in special circumstance like now, When you just want to leave as soon as possible, it can be used like this. And while I was saying that, I just realized that I didn't have a coordinate of this go board. And I'm a little bit worried about poking around in the middle of the game. So I'm sorry about that. I guess we will do this game without the coordinate. And let me push here. I don't really want to block this because it's not that big. But I also didn't want to risk the life of this group. If white answers here, then I'll be able to tenuki. Ah! Oh, I was so dying to come over here. Oh. Most people would answer this one because this Atari looks so good. Oh well. What can I say? Leela is not bad. So maybe instead of this one, I should have just done the knight's move. I don't think it would have died even if I tenukid. I just thought it would be safer to exchange this one first. Mostly because if I push here after white jumped, then white could come from this side instead of answering that. So that's why I did that, and it didn't work. And over here, I'm wondering about this attach over here. I would have tried it if I was behind. But actually I'm not sure if I am behind at all, especially with this corner not alive yet. Also, it seems quite complicated once I attach here. Cut white would connect, and I'll need to push. White can Atari here and cut, get this one stone. If I don't manage to kill this white's group, I wouldn't gain anything. Seems like that means I don't want to attach. So I'll Hane instead. I can probably reduce somewhat more around here. Not quite sure what the best one would be. And I'm also wondering if I can do this. So basically there are a few important endgame spots. But first I need to figure out how to answer that one. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Or that. Hmm. Um. Okay, I guess here. It wasn't too clear which answer would be better, and I couldn't tenuki. Anyway, once it's all reserved over here, definitely this corner would be the largest place. After that, around here, not sure what's going to happen with this clap. This hane over here for white is also a very good place. And I'll need to poke around here to reduce this white's potential. So as you would imagine, getting sente here is very, very important. And that's kind of why I chose this one, so that I would force white to, yes, answer here. And now I believe this is the most valuable place. But I just have a little concern with white's coming in here. I'll have to come out and white can push and then hane and then block here. I mean, white would exchange that first. And that's going to be quite a trouble. So actually, instead of coming here, I think I'll take this one instead. Yes. Because if I die here, or at least become cool, this will be worse than capturing this one. That's such a sharp endgame. You know, I can't not answer it. Hmm. Okay. I guess I'll need to do that. And normally, white would now leave, especially if Leela is aware of the corner situation. And with that, I guess we kind of suspect that Leela doesn't know. I guess I'll hane here. So now the game is not completely. The game is in end game. And we do that. Actually, although I got this corner, I'm not sure if I'm ahead. Maybe it's a good time to count. So let's see. 16, 24, 36, 45, 50, 61, 70. I would say black has about 74 and white has 16 and 26, 36, and oh, I'm having some trouble counting this. Wait, 36, 40, 42, 40, 50, and 65. 65. Okay. So actually this game is kind of close. My friend Benjamin was asking if the game was over. But actually I'm not sure if it's over at all. So let's continue. There is some weakness over here that I can kind of look at. And let's do this. That. These three stones are kind of big, but maybe it's not that big. So I wonder if that was a little small, but luckily white answered, so I guess that's fine. And if white answers around here, I could maybe do that. It seems like Leela also saw that there is that. So I need to answer that one. Another concern I have is that I might need to put a few stones inside here if I'm not alive in the outside. Kind of tricky. Other than reinforcing this weakness, this jump didn't have much value just by itself. Just a few points. At this point, coming around center would be the best place for white. Yes, somewhere like that. And I will take this one. And I guess I should also take that. But this one first. No, actually I can do this now. So do that and that. We'll push it here first. And that. I feel like there is something in the center that I can do more. But maybe I just need to get just a few more points and be happy with that. Although white's shape is not very clean, I don't see anything specific that I can do. So I do this and that. And then when white answers, I do that. No, actually that's not 100% sente. Let me just connect this one. And exchange this. That's sente. White needs to connect. White could Atari, but eventually white needs to connect. I guess white could connect from this side. That works too. Yep. Okay, that's fine. And I'll push over here. should be kind of sente. White needs to do something. White needed to do something, and this is what white chose to do. That's kind of tricky for me. I guess I'll hane here first. And then connect. White will probably block. And then I connect. Can I connect? Yeah, I think so. And yes, I thought so. When I exchange this, and that. Okay, that was not too bad. I didn't get sente, but white lost a few points. And I can still save this black stone over here. There is this, and that's, I guess that's big. So I answer. So did I win? 9, 10, 16, 22, 32, 34, 37, 40, 46, 53, 55, 58. Not sure if I will need to do some more here, but let's just assume that it's like that, and then 62, 72, 80. What is that? It's a strange move. Nah, okay. At first I thought it was strange that white was peeping here, which is already connected, but then I realized that white was trying to come in here, which makes sense. So I answered. I seem to have about 80 points. What does white have? 12, 20, 24, 26, 30, 36, 38, 45, 55, 64, 64. Is that sente? Yeah, you were waiting for me to say that, right? I actually don't think it's sente. So I'll push here. Because if I'm connected to this side, I don't need to worry about that. If white insists on keeping me cut off, white will need to let me come in over here. So anyway, I think I won this game. Because even without that, without this, I seem to have more points. Wow, so white is letting me come in. But that means I will need to I need to somehow get this one. I guess this is kind of vital point for white. So maybe I'll connect. Another important point is to make an eye for me. You know, maybe I'll do this. Or block. Not sure which is better. Okay, I'll block. It seems like it's the safest way. Connecting over here could be the best move in terms of points, but it seems a little more risky. Especially I don't want anything like Ko or Seki. I need it to be dead. Okay, I do that. And that. Okay, I think that was a white's mistake. Now my group is alive. Not even squeeze. I wouldn't need to spend any more moves inside. And I would say the game is pretty much over now. And Benjamin says, Leela thinks it's losing now. For the first time. But actually I think I was ahead even before. It seems like Leela wasn't aware of this corner life and death, and that probably influenced the entire game. So yeah, we will say the game is over now. So I don't know what's happening with the video. But anyway, so this is the game. I hope it was interesting, and I'll see you in next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.